Beautiful color. This is our Pandan flavor honeycomb. Very nice, bouncy. Guys, this is not completely cooled down, but if you let it rest for 15 minutes, it's super good. For our honeycomb cake, here I have 7 large eggs. I will be using the Pandan extract today. We also have here 1 can of coconut milk. We have here rice flour and the tapioca flour. I measured out 250 grams of sugar. Here we have 6 grams of salt, 20 grams of our baking powder, 240 grams of tapioca flour. Pour in 1 can of our coconut milk, our sugar, and our salt. We will be mixing this for maybe like 2 minutes or so until our sugar is well dissolved. Now this wet ingredients here need to be completely cooled before we mix in our dry ingredients. I will be adding oil into the eggs. Our oil is 25 milliliter, which is equivalent to 1 tablespoon plus 2 teaspoons. I will also add my Pandan extract into this wet ingredient. 1 teaspoon of my Pandan extract. You may use vanilla for this recipe if you wish. Give it a little stir, have it incorporated. Our dry ingredients. And now that my coconut here is completely cooled, I'll pour it into my eggs and Pandan. We will be sifting our flour into our wet ingredients in 3 different portions. Here you go, extremely nice and smooth. Now we will be covering it with a saran wrap and let it sit for 30 minutes before we bake it. Now let's have this rest for 30 minutes. Generously oil your baking pan. We will have this on at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Preheat your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit with your baking pan in it. At this point here, my oven is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. It is extremely hot. This part here is very crucial that we need to heat up this molding in order to get the outer layer of our honeycomb cake to be nice and crisp. Guys, can you hear that sizzling? It is such a wonderful sound. The color is beautiful. We will be baking at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for the first 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we will be reducing it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for another 35 minutes. It's counting down. This is what it looks like. The first 10 minutes in the oven will be at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, baked, and then reduce the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit for another 35 minutes. Now we will be flipping this Pandan flavored honeycomb into our cooling rack and let it sit for about 15 minutes before serving. Now I'm gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes before I cut into it and show you guys what it is like inside, okay? Texture is super bouncy, spongy. You could actually peep through here. There's a tear there. It's like a honeycomb look. This is absolutely an amazing honeycomb cake.